An online marketing review of Absolute Machine Tools. Hi, my name is Sage Lewis. I'm the president of SageRock, and today I'm going to do an online marketing review of Absolute Machine Tools. Absolute Machine Tools and I have this touching, indirect connection. A dear friend of mine, Pat Smith, worked for them and they really, it was great for everybody. It did wonderful things for Pat and her career, and she loved working at Absolute Machine Tools. And unfortunately, Pat passed away unexpectedly. And the last time we met up was at her funeral, and we had actually a great time talking. And so I think a lot about Absolute Machine Tools. And so as I'm doing my online marketing reviews, I thought I might do an evaluation of Absolute Machine Tools. So without further ado, let's do it. So this is it, absolutemachine.com. This is their website. I think it looks pretty cool. The A is nice. I think it has a nice solid brand to it. So that's pretty cool. It says rollover icons for more info. It talks about IMTS. I actually saw them at IMTS. It looked like they had an awesome booth there. And you have these areas here. And so this is their homepage here. There's a dealer login over here, which looks pretty good. It says our products are known for being heavy duty and are ideal for applications of the following industries: aerospace, energy, transportation, and construction. Really very descriptive. Quite honestly, I don't see a lot of companies doing that. It's it's just it cuts to the chase. So Absolute Machine Tools is a leading importer and distributor of CNC machine tools for any size machining. We offer our customers high quality, heavy duty CNC machine tools. Just really great. Like, to be honest with you, this is a well optimized page. So let me see here. This is what I did was I used a tool here to break down the density of the words of the homepage. So you can see here the title of the page is CNC Machines by Absolute Machine Tools. So they're, if I had to guess, I would say they're optimizing for the phrase CNC machines. But when you look at the actual words on the page, then it doesn't quite correlate. So, like, if I come down to 2-word phrases, machine tools is the most used 2-word phrase, repeated 8 times for a density of 5.61%. That's 5.61% of the time of the words on the page were machine tools. And then the 3-word phrase is Absolute Machine Tools. So you get to see, you understand, like, machine tools. So it's part of their name, Absolute Machine Tools. If you look down here, the CNC machine tools is used twice, but it's not used in the title or the description or anything along those lines. There doesn't appear to be a meta description. I don't really care that there's not a meta keyword tag. It's not really a used tag anymore for the most part, but meta descriptions are useful. So using some of the defining in a sentence or two what you're about could be very helpful for that. It's going to be very difficult to optimize or to rank for CNC machines. It's actually a very competitive industry. And you're going to see the big, actually this could be, if this is the case, this could be really great. CNC machines. This, I don't know if this is coming up because it's me and it's local. You might double check if you see it, if you can see CNC machines. Actually, let me just do it. I'm gonna do one more test on another browser. I'm gonna pull up Firefox and take a look at this. If you're ranking for CNC machines, that's really awesome. Let me see here. Okay. Absolute Machine, there it is. So it does look like, it looks to me like, yes indeed, they are on the first page for CNC machines, which is awesome. Okay, so that being the case, and you would want to confirm that that is indeed driving traffic to your website. If you are getting traffic to your website from Google for the phrase CNC machines, you should be very protective of that, because that is a very competitive phrase, and a phrase I'm quite convinced people are searching on. So I would want, if I was looking at their stats, I would want to confirm that CNC machines is indeed a phrase that's ranking universally, at least across the United States for most people, and it is generating traffic. And if that's the case, then anything that you do going forward should be highly protective of that phrase, CNC machines, because it's one of those things that's easy to lose and very difficult to get back. So that's very interesting. I think actually, if you use the phrase CNC machines a little bit more, not a lot, but a little bit more in your body copy, you might actually be able to jump up even a little bit higher. There's optimization is becoming much more of a tricky thing these days. You don't want to over-optimize your site. Or anything like that, but that's very interesting. That does look to me like something that is doing well for you. So that's great. That's great. So then you have some links to these other pages here. So let's just go to lathes, for example. Okay. So here we start to enter into some opportunity. So this is the Johnford LC Series Flatbed CNC lathe. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to view the source of this. And what I want to point out is most of these pages do not have titles or meta descriptions. If it's possible to add titles to these pages, I would, because I think it would help you rank for these phrases. Like the title of this could be something as simple as Johnford LC Series Flatbed CNC Lathes. That seems to me to be what this page is about. Taking that and putting it in your title could have a significant impact on your website. So let me see if you rank for that. Well, yeah, look at there. Flatbed CNC lathes. Google has actually has changed your title for you. So they've made this Flatbed CNC lathes and put it in here. You're going to see more and more of that Google is doing that kind of thing. I think you potentially could see better results if you change the title yourself and put this Johnford LC series. You probably could outrank the johnford.com page, who doesn't mention their name either. So, that's something that seems to me to be a potential opportunity for you. Most of your products seem to not have titles. And so, let's see this one, view page source. So yeah, again, this one does not have a title. This is how I don't know if this page seems to maybe be not rendering quite right. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure here how this is kind of laying out. It just seems like there's a little bit of something going on here. So that is an opportunity, I think, for you. So then what I did was I went to Google and I typed in site:/www.absolutemachine.com, and that shows me the pages that Google has indexed. And by and large, it puts them in an order of priority, like what pages are most important to Google. So like you can see your home page and then your products page, and then you got your RSVP page, which is contact. This is your contact page, but it goes to this Oktoberfest RSVP. I don't know. Let's see. Is that this page? Hold on. No, this is different. So for some reason, there is this link that Google has found to this Oktoberfest RSVP, and it's kind of classified it as one of your more important pages. I probably would redirect that. So yeah, like it's just an older page or something along those lines. If you want that up there, that's fine, but it's probably something that you would maybe consider redirecting to your main contact page. So then you start getting into these PDFs and Word docs and that sort of thing. And these are probably, I mean, you are probably linking to these or whatnot. This would be amazing to convert these to HTML pages. This is something that I did for another manufacturing company. I took these kinds of tables and converted them all to HTML, and it had an instant impact on their ranking and traffic just because it became much more indexable. Google will index these kinds of pages, but they don't do as well as an actual HTML page. And that's simply because in an HTML page, there are standards. There's standard hierarchy in the coding that Google looks at and takes into account from their algorithm. And there are no standards in PDFs. They're just looking at the content. It all looks equal to them. They can't really tell what the headings are and so forth. And so I'm seeing a lot of these kinds of pages getting indexed. It would be really cool to start to see. And in fact, the PDFs tend to be outranking these other pages. And it's probably because these pages don't have titles, they're just hard for Google to index, So I think that's an opportunity. I am not a huge fan of re-engineering a website, like, to move it into a whole new content management system. But this is built in Cold Fusion, which is becoming an outdated technology. There could be a case where in a redesign of your site that you consider moving to a more updated platform potentially. But let me bring this up. If you do decide, or if you have it in your mind that, yeah, we are going to redesign our site soon, I want you to demand of your developer, whoever it is, and for what it's worth, we do this kind of work, but I want there to be a strong priority in a mobile rendering of your site, because mobile is, we all anticipate mobile and tablets overtaking traditional platforms by, some say like 2016. So I mean, if you look at the amount of mobile traffic that's coming to your website, it's increasing hundreds of % a year, sometimes even over months. Things are changing drastically. People are looking at all kinds of websites mobily. It's just more convenient. And so if you do decide to build out a new website, make certain that it has that it renders well mobily. And my preference, and actually what Google's preference, is what is known as a responsive design, so that your site changes based on the type of platform a person is looking at. So the site looks one way for a phone, another way for a tablet, and another way for a large browser, a large monitor. Responsive design is what Google suggests, and it's really it's the most efficient for you because you don't have to create two types of content. It's a way of coding the website that makes it automatically render correctly based on the platform that you're on. So that is probably what I would consider. If when I look at the site as a whole, there's not a strong call to action. So hold on, let me go back here. So when I come to this page, like when I look at a site, so my focus is conversion, right? So a website like this is ideal to get people to convert, right? And in machining, you're not going to probably sell a machine directly online. There's going to be a sales process, right? I mean, it's a one-to-one process. And so if it were me, in this site or another website, I would have like a stronger call to action, like click here to contact us, or have a contact form, click here to get our latest inventory as a PDF emailed to you directly, something like that you could get somebody into maybe an email newsletter, because the sales process is long in machining. Having somebody talking to people from an email point of view allows you to very efficiently communicate with a large group of people over time. So, they might not be ready to buy now or next month, but maybe they'll be ready to buy next year, and having them in an email newsletter allows you to communicate with these people over a long time, which is great. Then I come down here and I see that you're doing a lot on YouTube and Facebook, which is awesome. Awesome. So here is your Facebook page. I really applaud you for linking to your social media on your website. A lot of people aren't doing that yet, but it's a great thing to do. You haven't, it looks like, added your big timeline picture up here. I'd encourage you to do that. It's you could take a picture of your operation, whatever, your people, whatever you'd like. But I would encourage you to do that. I love the fact that you've put your holiday party pictures up here. That's great. It's just great. So, and you can see 3 people have liked that. People love pictures. They love social, people, things, the whole deal. So that is something to consider. You probably could see an increase in this over time. I don't know, how much you want to invest in this or not, but I would at least update your timeline photo here, and keep putting the personal stuff up here like this. This is great. Just keep doing that. But I think, where you're really shining is YouTube. So you've got over 58,000 views, 50 subscribers, which is really great. Your number one most viewed web video is your number one when you won the tractor pull in the 3-ton express. That people love that, 12,000 views. But then you can see here 7,000 views on this. This is here, the vertical turning center. People love looking at machines. So this. So here. It looks like maybe you got this from one of the machining companies and posted it. I think that's fine, actually. All I know is people love this. People love looking at this kind of stuff. If it were me, I would probably try to optimize your videos just a little bit more, like vertical turning center. So this title has .mpg. It looks like it was just uploaded with the extension there. I would update that title just a little bit. But you can see people are, they're commenting, they're engaged in this. Having more videos of your machines I think it's a great idea. So here, let's see. So, you've got some really nice personal thing here, John for Company intro, some company intros and that sort of thing. And you've got, I like having these company intros, but you'll see if you look at your stuff, what people love are the machines. They just love machines. And when I was at IMTS, somebody told me that, YouTube sells their machines for them because you can show things in YouTube videos that you just can't show any other way. So, keep up with the machine videos. I think it's just great. So that's I think that's good. I'm a big fan of YouTube in the machining world. The other stuff is kind of like frosting on the cake. I think that can be valuable, but it's a slower, more branding experience, whereas with YouTube you can really shine. There's awesome advertising opportunities in YouTube too that are so affordable. It's like the cheapest marketing you can do online right now is YouTube video ads. And I would say overall, it probably is a time to freshen up your website. Maybe you just skin it, you make it cleaner, look cleaner, or maybe you go all out and get a whole new content management system. But do please demand, whoever you have do it, that there is a solid mobile component, because people are just They're just using mobile today. It's just easier, you know. But all in all, things are looking great. You know, you're ranking for some stuff there. You know, it's looking really good. Hopefully this is helpful for you. If you'd like to talk more, you're more than welcome. I'm going to put a link to something called the SageRock System. It's a group consulting education platform with tools and training and that sort of thing, where people come to get ideas of how to push their web marketing forward. And I'm putting a link to the free trial for you, so you can try it out, see if you like it. I think it might be something that you your marketing team might find useful to help, you know, keep up to date on these ever-changing technologies and concepts. It's how I find our highest and best use is to be consultative with people, that, you know, we can guide you, and that's what the SageRock System is all about. So I'll leave a link to that if you'd like to try it. If you have any other questions, please let me know, and I hope you have a great day. Once again, this is Sage from SageRock. Bye now.